Jeremy TV.
Hey, Jeremy back with you, and we're finally into February of 2019, and I've got a project to do today. It's going to be a somewhat involved project. I'm coming back from town where I went to pick up a 20-foot piece of 6-inch pipe to put under my driveway so I can drain that water off from the west side to the east. I know I've mentioned it in several videos, and this will be the first step in taking care of that problem of standing water over on the west side of the driveway. Now, as it gets closer to spring, I'm also going to have to grade some dirt and try to make a ditch that runs that water down to that low spot so it can go under the driveway. But this will be the first step because I'm going to get this pipe put down on the ground, and then I'm going to level out the driveway that I currently have, filling in the potholes and smoothing it and preparing it for 2 more trailers full of gravel here in the next couple of weeks. So as you can see, this south half of my driveway looks pretty good because of that gravel I brought in for the concrete pad. And it was pulled down this way, so it's in decent shape. But this part down here to the north is not good. It needs a lot of work. So I'm going to do that, but first I'm going to get this pipe down in the ground so we can set up this to drain better in the future. But I'm going to measure it one more time. I think I need 14 feet. I'm going to measure one more time to make sure that's the case right here. But as you'll notice, a couple of places with standing water, including this one. We're just going to get it set right here. I want to stick out a little bit on either side so I'll have plenty of length. So I actually measured out that 15 feet would be a little bit better, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it to 15 feet. And if I need to trim it down, I can do that. Alright, so we've encountered some concrete that I think was poured in there when they poured our foundation of our house. And I had forgotten about it until the tractor hit it, and then I tried to hit it with a shovel, and I thought it was packed gravel, but it is not. It is concrete. So I've got some heavy tools, and now I'm going to try to bust that out.
It's probably easier to throw.
Well, it's for wood. It might be good and sharp.
That's working better.
Okay, so if that was up a little bit.
Yeah.
box blade in the driveway, so I'll do that now. We'll bring some gravel. Yeah. We got the pipe buried. It's about where I wanted it. Probably could have stood another inch deep, but it's okay right now. And we're going to add more gravel to the top of it here in the next week or two. The west end here is just a little bit higher than the east end, so it's not perfectly level. I don't know that that really matters when you got water trying to force its way to level, but I went ahead and left it a little bit off level anyway. And now the second part of this project is to get the box blade and run over this driveway and level it out a little bit and fill in the potholes and get it conditioned and ready for the new loads of gravel. Well, that part of the project is done for now. And I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out after I got some more gravel put over the top of that. Looks a lot better. And I think that's going to help. This spring, when it's time for the grass to come out, I'm going to level this out a little bit. I don't really want that trough there. But I'm going to do some work with the box blade here. And of course, you know I've got to work over here and get this basically a furrow cut in the ground here to lead the water down here to the low spot. So again, I'm happy with that. I'm glad I went ahead and decided to recondition the driveway. There were some spots up here where there were big potholes, and those are mostly filled in now. Here's one right here. There's one up there and a couple more on up there, and those are mostly filled in. So box blade did a good job at leveling that out once I got it adjusted. That's the trick to the box blade. It'll do several different jobs depending on how you adjust it. And you can see there, I've got it lurched forward, rolled forward as far as it will go, more or less. So that front blade bites instead of the back blade doing the work. The back blade's not even touching. The front blade is basically digging and scooping up a whole bunch of dirt with it. All in all, I'm happy with the project, how it turned out, and now I've got to get that gravel brought in, hopefully here in the next week or two, and I can get this finished up. And then in the spring, I can get the little ditch cut over here, and I can wash my hands for right now of this damn driveway, because honestly, I am tired of messing with it. Well, that was about as involved a project as I expected. There was one thing that I didn't expect, and that was to have to bust up a little bit of concrete, which I had forgotten that the concrete guys placed there when we had our foundation poured. So we got that busted up, probably added about another 20 minutes to the job, but we got that done. I had good help. My daughter Madison helped me quite a bit with that project. She's a good worker. She'll get out there and mix it up, and she doesn't give a crap what needs to be done. She'll jump in there and do it, and you can't tell her she can't do it, because you tell her she can and she will. So I appreciate her help there on that. Yeah, I'm happy with the way the whole thing turned out. You know, it's just part one. We've got gravel to bring in, and this spring will be part 3, which will be getting that ditch dug on the west side of the driveway. Hopefully that will be the last I have to mess with this stupid driveway for a little while, because it has been a pain in the rear end for most of this year. Seems like every other project I'm working on is that driveway. So anyway, I've got the tractor put up. I'm going to go get my tools put up and go run to the corner store, get some diesel, and then I'm going to get comfortable and do some stuff indoors, probably editing. So if you like that video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the type of stuff we do here, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, or just want to check in where you're watching from, drop that in the comment section right down below. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you again soon.